Hello and welcome to another episode of my review through the Pokemon Generations anime short series that's going on right now. I'm Wes, the Average Trainer, and this is focused on episode 6, which is called The Reawakening. Not the Awakening, the Reawakening. And this episode focuses on Yuusine's search for Suicune. Now, I have to say, I'm not really familiar that much with Yuusine because my familiarity with him only comes from Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I didn't play Pokemon Crystal back in the day, so I didn't really get a chance to view that whole side story they had going on there with him and Suicune. But I have to say, from what I'm familiar with Heart Gold and Soul Silver and the story that plays out there, this is a good little way of kind of giving motivation to the character, I say. So he's at Ecruteak City's Burn Tower, which, by the way, fantastic background music once again. I really like the music from that area in the game, and just hearing it like this, oh, it's just so good. And then he talks about how he met Suicune once, and it shows another flashback, kind of like the previous episode of Soul Flashbacks. This one shows a flashback of the tower being burned down. And as you can see in the pictures, everybody's in traditional Japanese garb in this flashback, which I found interesting and maybe lends a little credence to the rumor, theory, whatever it is, that they kind of adapted to their technology really fast after some kind of war or something. I don't know. Like there's a Pokemon war, and then, tons of people get wiped out, and then this is like one of the first generations after the war, and there's not as many people, and technology is kind of like elevating really quickly, something like that. If you're into those fan theories, this might help you with that. So anyway, it shows the tower being burned down, and there's 3 silhouettes of Pokemon dying. They definitely don't look like Entei, Suicune, and Raikou. But, I guess they kind of look like big Great Danes, in my opinion. But then they die, and Ho-Oh comes down from the sky. Sorry, I have to get the exact pronunciation right. And resurrects the 3 Pokemon that were killed in the fire, and all 3 awaken in front of the village. And that's a really cool shot of, you have Suicune, Entei, Raikou right there roaring. And at first the townspeople are like, oh, hey, that's kind of cool. But then one of them throws a rock at them. The others pick up sticks, and they're just like, we can't let this happen. We have to take these Pokemon down. So I was like, whoa, violent, dude, violent. And anyway, that causes those 3 to leave. And there's a little boy there who's just staring at Suicune, which you kind of guess. They don't say it outright, but you kind of guess that it's basically Yuusine as a kid, which is interesting because he's still wearing the traditional garb in the flashback, and then he's got his full-on magician outfit going on in the present time. So he didn't look like he was like super old. So I guess cultural change happens at a really rapid pace in the Pokemon world. It'd be interesting to think about. Anyway, at the end, Suicune appears in front of Yuusine very briefly, and he smiles, leaves the tower, and that's that. He's content just continuing to look for Suicune and trying to bring Suicune into the human world and show humans that they're not that bad, right? Or sorry, to show Suicune that humans aren't all that bad. But I like this episode. I'm not as attached to Yuusine as other people are. But I have to say, there's one thing that I'm wondering about. Thus far, all of the episodes except for the first one have focused pretty much primarily on Gen 1 and 2 events. Which is good, those are my 2 favorite generations, really. Well, yeah, 2 of my favorite generations, and I'm really familiar with them, mostly through nostalgia. But I'm wondering, when are they going to expand into more Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, even Gen 6, events? I think there's a lot that could be shown, but I don't know. I guess they're taking their time. But I thought there was only like 2 more months of these shorts. And we're already on episode 6. Well, I guess we'll have to see what happens from here. But anyway, thank you for watching, and until next time, stay average. Goodbye.